Hello and welcome back. I'm sure you all forgot what I look like. It's been so long since I uploaded. I'm back. Hi. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you guys. That was the lamest intro ever, but we're going to go ahead and leave it in. So here I am. I've had my gallbladder removed. God bless. It was absolutely full of stones and sludge. If you follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is @RachelThePython. You will have seen the video of my gallstones. I am going to put it here, so fair warning if you don't want to see it. Look away now, and I'll let you know when to look back. So here it is. This is the contents of my gallbladder. It's gross. I've had so many DMs from people. I feel like Amberlynn Reid whenever I say that, guys, on Instagram. I get so much love. I've had so many DMs from people, I'm just kidding, but from people saying it looks like bolognese, which it absolutely does. That is what was inside my gallbladder. Kind of disgusting, huh? It's now been removed. I have lots of very sore incisions. This is now my third attempt at filming since I got back from hospital. I did one video where I think I was still on the morphine, to be honest, because I was feeling very, very weird, and I absolutely laid into Amber in a way that was not appropriate to put on the internet, so I didn't upload that one. Then I tried again yesterday, and it turned out that I bought a new laptop, and it turned out that my microphone setup wasn't right, and the whole audio was completely sounded like I filmed it on a potato, so that didn't get to see the light of day either. So here we are now, third time's a charm. So much has happened in the Amberverse since I've been away, and I feel kind of weird coming back and talking about it because I've been watching it all unfold in the background. I've seen all the videos, I've seen all the live streams, I know what's been going on, but I haven't said anything about it myself because I've been in hospital, so I haven't really been able to come forward and say what I think. And now I'm at the point where, let me have a quick look at Amber's YouTube. I think there have been, so Amber's posted at least 6 videos since I went away, so I can't react to all of them. Obviously I'm just not going to have time, even though I have a snazzy new laptop and hopefully my editing is going to get way better, so let's hope. But even with all of those videos to react to, I don't think I'm going to be able to really produce something for all of those, and by the time I've reacted to them, Amber will have posted more stuff. So I think what I'm going to do instead is react to this most recent Let's Talk. It's called Beck Silence Me with Proof I'm a Narcissist, LMAO Let's Talk number 8. There is some other fuckery that has occurred on her channel before this video, and also the previous Let's Talk number 7 was also very interesting and ripe and full of crap, so full of lies. So I think what I'm going to probably do is react to this most recent one, and then I'm going to make another video that might be something like catching up with Amber or something like that, where I go over the things that happened while I was off that I think are worth mentioning. I think I'm going to do that, or maybe I'm not. I don't know, I wonder how you guys would feel if I just push forward and ignore, or not ignore, but take into my own frame of understanding of Amber the previous content that she's made while I've been off, but actually not react to it or make videos about it, but just hold it in my mind so that my reactions are more whole, because you know that I've seen everything. Not sure exactly what to do on that, so we'll see what I come out with. We'll see how I feel as well. I'm supposed to be back to work tomorrow. I don't think that's going to happen because I'm really not feeling great, but we will see. So anyway, in the meantime, we'll react to this one here because I do have some stuff to say. Full disclosure, I have seen it before, but I think once again, me having seen it before is actually going to end up being a good thing, because it means I can kind of cut through a bit more of the bullshit and have her slightly better fact checked, because I'm prepared to answer some of the stuff that she's going to say. So let's go ahead and watch this video together. I think this will be a cute little warm-up to get back into Amberlynn. Just before we watch this, if you've somehow ended up on my channel and you are an Amberlynn Reid fan, I would love to hear from you. My Instagram is @RachelThePython. Please DM me on there. I promise to be nice to you. I'm producing a video which is about me talking to Amber fans and trying to get an understanding of how anyone can support her. I find it very interesting, genuinely interesting, not in a judgmental way. If you're an Amber fan and you've somehow stumbled onto my channel, not quite sure how you've managed that. If you're somebody who is sympathetic to Amber and who is a fan of Amber and you're over 18, I would love to hear from you. So please DM me on Instagram and we'll have a little chat. I promise I won't share your details or anything like that. I just want to get an understanding of where people are coming from who actually support her, because that mindset to me is so fascinating. So if that's you, please DM me. In the meantime, let's watch this video together. So Beck Silence Me with Proof I'm a Narcissist, LMAO Let's Talk episode 8. Here we go.
Hello. Welcome to another Let's Talk video. Let's get straight into sweet and sour.
Let's.
You guys, I forgot to do my eyebrows. Do not come for me, even though I know you will.
I just have to say here, I saw this hilarious meme. I'll put it here. I follow a bunch of these Amberlynn Instagram accounts. They've got various amounts of followers. Some of them are nastier than others, I will admit, and some of them I do think are more nasty than necessary, if I'm being honest. But that's just me, and there's a bit of something for everybody on the internet, and I love that. But there was this very funny meme where somebody showed how Amber's eyebrows remind them of the dog with the eyebrows on. I'll put the meme here so you can see, but it was quite funny. And I think there is a line with what's okay to laugh at. Generally speaking, as a fat girl myself, I try not to directly fat shame Amber and laugh at what she actually looks like. And I would do that for any person, because I just feel like there's much more interesting, much more important things that we can critique Amber on, and she's going to show us that very well in this video that we're about to watch together. There's really no need to come for her physical traits, because she has all kinds of non-physical traits which are absolutely abhorrent and unacceptable in my opinion. So I'm never going to come for somebody's eyebrows when, you know, they've also lied and accused somebody of SA when they didn't do it, because there's just no need, is there? Your eyebrows are the least of my worries. I will say also, how dare I come for anyone's makeup when I'm sat here like this with not a scrap of makeup on my face. Anyway, this is getting boring. Let's let her carry on talking. But yes, look at the eyebrows, and when you look at them, you will see there's clearly no makeup on them. But that's fine. Look however you want. It's your channel. Show up however you want to show up. Sweet and sour. Oh guys, now my gallbladder's been removed. I'm allowed to eat sweet and sour again. Not that I ever possibly could, because when that was coming back out of me, it was not good. I'm definitely excited to like work out what things I can and can't eat.
Windows 9.6 said, I feel sorry for your mother, Amber. She doesn't.
I'm sorry, but the fucking smugness, like, she doesn't. I wonder why this person feels sorry for Amber's mum. I also think that Amber's mum has a lot to answer for, and I do think that she's kind of got I don't know, I suppose she's a redeemed character in the Amberverse in a sense, but a lot of the reason that Amber has the problems she has is because of her mum's parenting. I know in the past Amber has loved to blame her mum and make out that it's all Mama Lynn's fault that she's got the problems that she's got, but to be honest, your nurture and your first relationship that you ever have is with your mum, and the type of nurture that your mum gives you is massively, massively formative. So if we're honest, Mama Lynn does have a lot to answer for. If half of what Amber's told us about what she's done is true, there is a lot that Mama Lynn has done wrong. But you do get the feeling that Mama Lynn feels really bad for what she's done, and I also think that Amber absolutely uses it against her, or at least it appears that she does. I don't know if I feel sorry for Amber's mum, but I certainly feel sorry for myself having to watch that sarky fucking response that she just gave there. Let's let Amber carry on.
Blame Loki said, Amber has at least 100 pounds on Feudy. Yes, I
Why did she pronounce foodie like that? She said it like feudy. That was weird.
do. Bampa Jangs 2344 said, that's crazy for you to say considering you have a filter on and still look busted as fuck. I have no filter on right now. I'm just busted naturally. What can I say?
She's so, like, determined to try and act like these comments don't bother her. I don't know if she films with a filter. Maybe she does. But to be honest, the way she looks is, like I've said before, the least interesting thing about her. I'd be curious to hear if you guys think she uses filters. I really don't know if I think she does.
MJ for Life California said, love you, Amberlynn. I love you too.
This makes me laugh. It always makes me laugh and feel awkward when YouTubers say stuff like I love you to their followers. I actually made a video a while ago where towards the end I was like, oh, I really appreciate you guys following me. I really appreciate your support on my channel. I love you guys so much. And then I was like, wait a minute, like, not to be rude, but I don't love you. Like, I don't know you, right? I don't know you as a person. And we have a kind of slightly parasocial relationship going on because you're in my office right now watching me chat and you feel like you know me. And I'm sure those of you who have reached out to me on Instagram, I'm getting to know some of you guys, and that's really cool and really fun. But I've always just found it weird when YouTubers say that they love their followers, because I just think, what exactly do you love? You don't know the people, you know? So it's I find it a bit strange. But Amber says she loves this person, and you know, maybe she does, maybe she does. I dare say it's the attention and the money that she loves, but ho-hum.
Dark Humor 42 said, they didn't open the floodgates, you did, by talking about them for years. You're so stupid.
The cringe of the way she read that. I'm so sorry. This relates to the previous Let's Talk, which I think I'm going to have to react to, or at least like mention, because there was a part in there which you would have all seen where Amber basically says, somebody says to her, why do you keep talking about your exes? And she said, they opened the floodgates and so I had to choose whether to sink or swim, and I chose to swim. And it was extremely cringy. It was just very, very strange. She'd also said exactly that in a previous video. No, in the live stream she did the night before. She'd said that exact phrase. So she'd obviously heard herself say it, thought that it sounded good, and then repeated it in her Let's Talk. The truth is, I think Amber did open the floodgates of talking about her exes. She's the one who keeps mentioning them, keeps bringing them up. Sure, Beck did make an entire channel talking about Amber. I'm personally of the opinion it's all fair game, you know? I think once somebody talks about you and you talk about them, we kind of lose any power in pointing out, well, you started it, you talked about me first, or this person talked about that person first. We all talk about each other. The last thing I would ever do is be annoyed or butthurt if Amber mentioned me, because I'd be like, well, of course, she can do whatever the fuck she wants. I talk about her. Why can't she talk about me? And I think it's very much that. At least I think that's the stage we're at now, where Amber and Beck have already both spoken about each other publicly, and it's all got a little bit bit messy and everyone's just free to say whatever the heck they like. I do think way back when Beck initially asked Amber not to talk about them, that was a different story, but we're going to get to that in a second, I think. I also believe very firmly that people talking about Amber is what makes her relevant. If she didn't have exes and reaction channels and people who were giving commentary on her, she would die out. Her channel would completely die out. I truly believe that the drama and the exes and the reaction channels are what keep her afloat. So there's absolutely no way that she would ever stop doing this, I don't think.
All right, you guys, I have a timeline. Let's do it.
I just want to start by saying, so this timeline that she's got, it's trash. So she is absolutely manipulating the narrative. I'm going to let you guys obviously do whatever the fuck you want, but I'm going to let you guys watch it with me. I'll give you my thoughts, but as we go along, just remember, Amber is lying in this section. She's making out in this section that she didn't talk about Beck in between these times, that she went 2 years without mentioning Beck. That is not true. We know that that's not true. She mentioned Beck on her Instagram stories. She referred to my ex, but she didn't specify that it was Beck specifically she was talking about, but we all knew that it was Beck. So this timeline here, we'll let her give it to us, but just remember that this is a manipulated timeline and it's not accurate. I will obviously weigh in as we go, but I just feel like it's really important because when I watched this video 3 or 4 times and I just felt so confused and so baffled by this narrative that she was trying to spin because it was so far from what I remembered being the case. It's not very often you get to actually watch a manipulator and a narcissist do their work so blatantly in front of you in a video like this. It's not very often we get to actually film and analyse a manipulator at work. What Amber is doing here is trying her absolute hardest to rewrite this narrative, and it's very, very interesting to watch. So let's let her try and do it, and we'll do the best we can to react and cut through some of the lies where possible. So let's let her carry on. She's just in the middle of explaining here that she's collated this timeline.
A while. I had to go through so many videos. It was insane.
That makes me laugh so much. She's like, I had to go through so many videos. It took me so long. Like, welcome to my world. It's part of your job as a YouTuber. She has made so many unsubstantiated claims where she's never bothered to gather evidence for the stuff that she said. And it's just funny that the one time she's actually done it, she proves the opposite of what she's trying to prove, and she complains about doing it the entire time. Anyhow, let's let her carry on.
Please keep in mind that these videos I'm about to show you is before Beck announced that they only want to go by they, them. On September 7th, Beck sent me a text message threatening me, saying, "Do not speak about me." And it was after I shared our proposal story. So they
So look at this text from Beck. So Beck is basically saying here, last fucking warning, stop talking about me. All you do is talk shit about me and I just want to forget you and all of the bullshit. I will stop being silent if you don't. And I'm not the only one who has a lot to say about you. Final fucking warning, take my name out of your mouth and I can get the law involved. Amber likes to make out here that she's some sort of victim who got this text out of nowhere and she was really threatened and Beck was threatening to get the law involved. Sure, Beck does say that they can get the law involved, which I would say is a threat, actually. I feel Beck is threatening to get the law involved. But I also think we have to remember why Beck is doing this. Amber had shared their proposal story, which is something that Beck never actually wanted to do. Beck claims that they were never really wanting to marry Amber, but that they felt pushed into it. They felt that it was what was expected. So they did it. They proposed in a way that they felt was nice and romantic and in a way that they felt fitted the relationship that they had with Amber. Amber then, when she shared this story, was extremely scathing, extremely rude. When she talked about the proposal that she had received from Beck, she was so patronising, and I think that Beck was fair enough to be pissed off and offended. When Amber received this text from Beck, she should have thought, maybe the reason that Beck is so offended by this is because I've been a bit of a dick, actually, and I need to stop talking about them. The problem with Amber, as I've said multiple times, is that she's boring, her content is dull, she doesn't do anything, she's drab, she's not interesting, she doesn't have leading lady energy, in my humble, rude opinion, so she relies on these side characters and all of this drama to keep her content relevant. So she actually wants this to happen. She loves it. She's happy and pleased that she's got this screenshot that she can show from Beck to try and make herself look like a victim. I'm going to shut up a little bit now and let this timeline unfold. Let's see what else Amber says.
And the law, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to take this seriously.
Also, can I just say, sorry, I'm terrible. I'm obsessed with how she's never sitting in the centre of the screen in these Let's Talk videos. She's always sitting over to one side. If you look at this angle, there's like a massive gap of space on her right-hand side. I don't know why she does that. I've noticed it as a theme in all of her Let's Talks. It's almost like there's something she's trying to hide on the other side, and she never sits in the middle of the frame. Very strange. Anyway, let's let her carry on.
Not out of fear, because you're allowed to share what you want. It was out of respect.
Bullshit, sorry. She just claimed that she stopped talking about Beck out of respect. She didn't stop talking about Beck for a start, but also there is no respect in the way that Amber has carried herself in the situation around Beck. She is so desperate to appear like somebody who is respectful, to appear like somebody who cares about other people's boundaries and other people's requests. She doesn't. She cares about views, money, and how she's perceived. And that is evident in everything that Amber does online.
So on September 13th, 2022, I uploaded a video saying I was no longer going to talk about Beck.
It's so funny to me that she would upload a video saying that she's not going to talk about Beck. In making that video, you are talking about Beck. Just stop. If you receive a text from somebody that says, please stop fucking talking about me, you just stop then and there. The fact that you need to make a video saying that you're not going to talk about them, that alone is you talking about them. Just leave it out. It just goes to show that she has got nothing to talk about apart from her exes. It is honestly getting tragic.
Is it true that you told Becky you wouldn't talk about her if she didn't talk about you? So this is actually the final time I will talk about Becky.
That's so funny because all she's done since then is talk about Beck. It's so hilarious. There's so many things she does. This is the final time I'm going to do X. This is the last time I'm going to do this. I'm never going to do X again. And yet she carries on doing it. You can be certain if Amberlynn Reid ever tells you I'm going to stop doing X, you can bet your entire life savings that that thing will in fact happen again.
No, this is not my choice. She doesn't want me speaking about her, which, fine. That's great. I spent the last 5 years of my life with her, surrounded by her family, surrounded by her friends.
Because you had none, because you had no life, because you assimilate into the environment that your partner is in and you take their life and make it your life. When people get into a relationship, they mesh their lives into one. That's very normal. Just because you had nothing to bring to the party doesn't mean that it's somehow completely fine for you to talk shit about your ex just because their life was your life in the past. It's just, this is very strange. Also, I do have to say here, the fact that she's even making this video, this exact video we're watching right now, not only is she reposting videos of her using the incorrect pronoun for Beck, which fair enough, she did say that Beck used to use different pronouns. But like, first of all, that's a bit weird. Why even reuse this footage in the first place? But also, Beck has asked you not to talk about them. And here we are again watching a video of you talking about Beck. It's so easy to not talk about Beck. You just don't talk about them. And yet here we are again, however many years later. When was this? 2022, this clip that's on the screen right now. So what is it now? 25? 3 years later. And we're still talking about Beck. You need to get a life, Amber, if you're watching this, which I reckon you are. Please just grow up. Please just stop.
Surrounded by her energy, her circle. I followed her life. I was part of her life.
No, that's such BS. The two of you meshed together and made a life together. And actually, we know that Amber was unbelievably controlling of Beck and took up lots of Beck's time and stopped them seeing their friends and that stuff. So trying to make out that Amber was pulled into Beck's life and lost all her own identity. No. That's not what happened.
Those 5 years are being erased from my life.
It's so dramatic and such BS. Those 5 years are not being erased from her life. She's just being asked to not continuously talk shit about her ex. She's so dramatic. She's so self-centered. She truly thinks that she is the sun and we all just revolve around her. It's embarrassing.
She doesn't want me talking about her.
So stop.
I won't. I have so many things I want to say. So many things I want.
That pisses me off. You know what? One of the, more than anything else in the Amberverse, more than anything else that Amberlynn does that fucking makes me angry, it is this. I have so much I want to say, but I'm not going to say it. I'm such a petite, quiet little victim, and I'm going to keep all my sad thoughts to myself. No, don't worry, guys. I'm being silenced. You say whatever you want. I'm going to sit over here and be a quiet little princess. No. If you have something to say, fucking say it. If you don't have anything to say, shut the fuck up. Don't threaten. There's so much I want to say, but I'm not going to say it. Don't worry. I'm going to control myself. I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself. When was the last time you saw Amberlynn Reid keep her thoughts to herself, huh? Never. It doesn't happen. It's embarrassing. At your fucking big age, posting videos from 3 years ago where you're saying, there's so much I want to say, but I'm not going to say it. Fucking say it. There's nothing else you've ever done that with. We all say it. Anything I want to say, I fucking say it. If I don't want to say it, I keep fucking quiet. There is nothing that pisses me off more than somebody threatening to do something and then not doing it. Shit or get off the pot. If you have something to say, fucking say it. Anyway, let's let her carry on.
I want to say, you guys have no idea. I am just going to shove my pride away. I'm going
Shove my pride away. Oh, I didn't know Amberlynn was a comedian as well as a YouTuber.
to shove my thoughts and my feelings away and my
But when has she ever? When the fuck have you ever? Please.
stories and experiences and things that I would like to share. Out of respect, because I'm not this cold-hearted person that people think I am,
Yes, you are. You are obsessed with controlling the narrative. You are a horrible person. And that's like, I will die on this hill.
will not be speaking about her anymore.
That's so funny because this is her in 2022 saying, I will not be speaking about her anymore. She continued to speak about, them. I'm so sorry. This is her Amber saying that she will no longer speak about Beck anymore. And yet she continues to do so. It's embarrassingly tragic.
This is what I consider being silenced. And there's a lot that I feel in my heart that I would like to discuss and say, but I'm just not going to because I'm not that person.
You are that person. We all know that you are that person. If you have something to say, you're going to say it. You're embarrassing yourself. Also, it always irks me massively when Amber says that she's been silenced. She has no idea what it means to be silenced. She is the last person who has ever been silenced. There is a difference between being silent, as in choosing not to say anything, and being silenced, as in outside powers, things outside of your control, have come in and affected you and caused you to be in a situation where you cannot speak. Amber has never been silenced. She's just unfortunately had to exercise some self-control and choose not to talk. She doesn't understand that that is a different thing. She has a YouTube channel where she can post whatever she wants to thousands and thousands of people. Her voice is heard. She has a platform. She is not silenced. She is the last person in the world who has ever been silenced. I get personally angry and offended when I hear Amberlynn Reid claim that she's been silenced. It's embarrassing. She does not know what the fuck she's talking about. It's so infuriating.
If someone says literally to me, stop talking about me, then I'm gonna do it. I did not speak
So funny because she literally did not stop
about them until 2 years later.
So that's not true. That's not true. Okay. So it's not true that she made that video and then for 2 years did not mention Beck. She still referenced Beck. She still mentioned them in her stories on Instagram. She still talked about my ex. She absolutely did. Trying to make out that she didn't is a lie and is her attempting to rewrite the narrative, and I will not stand for it.
It was January 15th, 2024. So in my vlogs at the time, I was doing like mini Q&As, and someone had asked me a question about Beck because Beck was now speaking about me again out of literally nowhere. And this
I don't know if that's true. I can't remember why Beck had started speaking about Amber again. So possible it was out of nowhere. I actually just don't know. So if somebody could clarify that part of the timeline, I'm not sure. I do know that Amber was speaking about Beck in between those times.
This was my response. So the last question I'm gonna do is, how do you feel about Becky talking about you again? So honestly,
look at that smile, that little like Duper's Delight smile or something. That little like fucking smile. She's so happy that Beck is talking about her. She just loves people talking about her. It's so sad.
honestly, I find it a little weird, only because she was the one who initially said, keep my name out your mouth or the law is gonna get involved. And then I think it was
Why do I just fucking hate the way she speaks? Guys, I don't know if it's the painkillers or what, but I'm struggling today. Everything she's doing is driving me fucking insane.
a few months later, I brought up the law just to remind her that that was initially what she wanted.
A few months later, a few months after what? What is this proving? This is a convoluted, complicated timeline, which is not making anything any clearer. She said that Beck threatened her with the law, so she didn't speak about Beck from 22 to 24. But now she's saying that a few months after Beck threatened the law, she did mention the law to Beck, so she did talk about Beck. This timeline is just so butchered and confusing. And also, this is evidence of her talking about Beck. So she's saying, Beck asked me not to talk about them and I'm not going to, and I didn't because I'm a lovely good person, except you're showing us clips of you talking about Beck. So you're proving yourself wrong in this very video. Honestly, it's very hard to not think of Amber as just a complete and total joke at this point.
It was my way of agreeing, but like now she's talking about me. I don't know. Share your story, share your truth, share what you think is your truth.
Oh, share what you think is your truth. Have you ever heard a narcissistic abuser say anything so fucking gaslighty as that? Holy shit. You could honestly just take that clip, Amberlynn Reid saying, share what you think is your truth. That is like the problem with Amber in a nutshell. Gaslighting, manipulating, controlling, telling other people what they can and can't say and think. It's just... Can you believe that? Imagine if your partner said to you, or your ex said to you, you can share your story, share what you like, share your truth, share what you think is your truth. That's insinuating that what you think is your truth isn't the ultimate truth, because you know some other ultimate truth. I know I'm irate in this video, but the phrase share what you think is your truth is like the gaslighter's mantra, and I'm honestly I'm so astonished hearing that come out of her mouth. I can't let these videos be posted on the internet without making a reaction. And I know there are other people who are reacting to this too. I think Geordie's done a very good job of it. Just basically watching this video and being like, this is bullshit, and pointing out all the places that it's bullshit. It needed to be done because this is astonishingly manipulative and just downright morally wrong, to be honest with you.
I don't know what else to say about it at this point, because I'm just not really into this whole let's talk shit about our ex for money, because
Oh, Amberlynn Reid. Did she seriously just say, I am not into this whole let's talk shit about our ex for money? Girl, that's your entire job. What the hell? This is comedy gold, not gonna lie. This is funny. Like, gold star to you, Amberlynn Reid, for being the funniest bitch on the internet. Seriously.
I just wish her nothing but healing, happiness, health, success, all the good things
Sure.
in the world. Then a
Sure.
few months later, on April 4th,
look at this, like, smug way. She's like, then a few months later, on April 4th, girl, like, oh, it's painful. I mean, I'm no better because I'm sat here reacting to it. I'm spending time out of my day, you know, my own private time to film this video and watch this shit. So maybe I don't have a leg to stand on because I'm doing it too. But it's just, it's embarrassing to be the person who is saying this shit. Like, Amber, you need help. You really do. Let's get a bit further through.
2024, people were saying that I was faking being in a relationship because Beck and Destiny were both engaged and married. So this is what I said in response to that. Guys, I have had an absolute influx of people contacting me about my exes. One has a new girlfriend, one is married. People are assuming I am single, which I get it.
Who cares? Who cares if people think you're single? She's so obsessed with what people think of her. It's tragic. It's really tragic. If your exes are happy and in other relationships, good for them. Like, who cares? It's so far. It should be so far from your brain. It's so irrelevant. This is just really, really, really weird.
People are also assuming I'm jealous and bitter. Literally, no. I want both of them to be happy. I want them
But only if she's happy.
to move on from me and the relationships that we've had. I do have a love life, though. I very much do. I have
Sorry, let's let her finish.
talked about Valentine a little bit.
Girl, Valentine. Like, I do have a love life. Don't worry, guys. I'm not single. They're all in relationships, but I am too. I do have a love life, yeah, with a married woman. Like, you're the piece on the side of a married woman. Seriously, I'm getting bored of myself. It's tragic. It is tragic.
Talked about her, and it was before my ex got a girlfriend. It was before my ex got married.
She's so keen for everyone to know, I had a partner first. I was with someone first. Like, okay, we get it. You had a partner first. Cool.
Because I'm over there on Instagram like, yeah, I do have, a little love life going. Just know that I'm very happy, and I'm also happy for my exes. I'm not some like jealous, bitter, crazy ex. I've moved on. I want you guys to do the same. We are all our own separate individuals living our own separate lives. And I just really, truly think it's time. Just let me be me. And I no longer want to be like Destiny's ex or Becky's ex. Like, I am happy, and I'm also happy for my exes. Like, I am capable of feeling that way. I never spoke about Beck just randomly. I was always prompted to by my audience.
Do you hear that? It's your fault, right? It's all of our faults. She never spoke about Beck randomly. She was always prompted to by her audience. So it's your fault. If you asked Amber to talk about Beck and she chose to talk about Beck, it's your fault, right? It's not her choice. It's not up to her what she talks about, what she chooses to engage with. It's your fault because you asked her to talk about Beck. Fuck off out of here with that shit.
99.9999999% of the time, I ignored it. But there were 2 times that I actually responded, and that was my responses that I just showed you. I was respectful in both.
So she's basically saying, I was asked not to talk about Beck, and most of the time I didn't, except from the 2 times that I did, and those are the ones that I've just shown. So you're basically negating your own point in this video. You're saying, Beck asked me not to talk about them, and I didn't, apart from the 2 times that I did, and here's evidence of it. So weird.
For those clips, keep in mind, between the September stuff where they threatened me with the law, and then the 2 years.
She loves it. She loves it. They threaten me with the law. I'm such a victim. God, she loves it.
That I did not speak about them. They were speaking about me randomly, and I still chose not to speak about them. But whenever I did, those 2 clips, I still made sure to be respectful.
Except you weren't respectful, because there is nothing respectful about saying you're free to share what you think is your truth. That's not respectful. And when you talked about the story of them proposing to you and you laughed and took the piss and belittled their way of doing it, that wasn't respectful either. Respectful is the last thing that you are, Amber. Embarrassing.
It was sometime in January of 2025. I was watching a live stream and they were saying things that were just not true, very much speculation. So I was like, okay, I'm watching the live stream, so I'm just going to chime in.
Why were you watching a live stream about yourself though? She's so in the weeds of what people think about her. I would never watch a live stream about myself. Do you know how embarrassed and awkward I would feel watching people talk about me? The last thing I want is to know what people think about me. It's just, oh, it's narcissism.com. Like, this is literally Narcissism Classes 101. Welcome. Here's a live stream of people talking about you. Do you want to watch it? Yeah, I think I will. No. How about fucking no?
Wanted to clarify rumors that were not true. Beck saw that I did that and then lashed out. Even though Beck had free range to say whatever
Oh, free range. Beck had free range. Guys, Beck is not a cooped up chicken. Beck had free range. Oh, not free range, please.
They wanted for years and I did not say anything. The minute I said one thing to just like stick up for myself, they went ham. It truly felt like they were almost just like waiting in the corner to see if I spoke about them in like any sort of way that did not, you know, seem respectful or just like perfect under their eyes.
It's such BS. First of all, it's not under their eyes, it's in their eyes. But anyway, Beck is free to share whatever the fuck they want. You talked about Beck on the internet, Beck can talk about you on the internet. They don't need to wait. They probably waited because they were nervous, because they know that you're their abuser who has a massive channel. They were scared to share their opinion, potentially face backlash. They also weren't sure how the audience felt about them, because a lot of people, when they were dating you, didn't like them because the audience felt that Beck was enabling Amber. So I don't think Beck was holding off for any reason other than not feeling ready and being fearful. And when Beck did in fact come back and share their story, they were so well received because everybody knows you're a horrible person. The stuff that Beck has shared about Amber has made Amber look incredibly bad, and Beck has shown evidence for most of it. Or if they haven't shown evidence, then what they've said has very neatly and clearly lined up with the timeline of what we all watched happen at the time. Amber truly does live in her own universe, doesn't she?
Because they wanted that moment to pounce. So they took that and they decided to make so many videos about me, lying, exaggerating, and sharing personal details of our relationship.
They lied about what? What did they lie about? Because you still haven't said. She's made so many comments of Beck's lying about me in their videos, but she never said what they lied about. She claims that Beck exaggerated. What did Beck exaggerate? The wiping? Oh no, that was all true. She is infuriating. When it comes to evidence, Amberlynn Reid is fucking infuriating because she makes all these assertions, but she shows no fucking evidence, and yet she will show evidence of random other stuff, like her being able to walk in the supermarket, but she won't show any evidence of what she claims Beck is lying about. She won't even specify what Beck lied about. I hope you guys are all as pissed off as I am watching this, because honestly, it's embarrassingly tragic.
I was very, very respectful to them, even during times where they were sharing things that genuinely hurt me. It wasn't until I realized that Beck was willing to lie that I realized, wait, I think I need to stick up for myself.
Lie about what? Are you going to specify? Are you going to tell us what Beck lied about?
It's all just giving weird energy to me, and I'm gonna move on now. So let's get into sipping.
It must be nice to be able to just curate your own narrative however you want to think it happened, and make videos and put them on the internet and convince yourself that you're convincing anyone that what you're saying is true. It's just... oh, anyway, right, that's the Beck stuff put there, so fair enough. I hope that Beck comes back and negates all of this bullshit. I honestly feel, and I've said this in multiple videos, I honestly feel that Amber is baiting her exes and trying to get them to come out because she knows that drama from the exes is what drives engagement in her content. Let's get into sipping community and see what everybody's been saying about her, shall we?
Community. You had a Chick-fil-A cup in last night's live. You truly don't give a crap. Never come on here ever again crying. I love their ice. I'm not gonna lie about it. I get a fountain drink from them almost daily because...
girl, am I crazy? Is ice different in different places? Am I just too British? Do you guys have like special ice over there?
Ice is spectacular. Sometimes I'll get a kale salad with the chicken wrap, but I'm telling you, Chick-fil-A is not gonna be the thing that makes me gain weight. Why?
Girl, ordering takeout is going to be the thing that makes you gain weight. You're not convincing us. I don't know who you think you're convincing, but it's certainly not us. The only person that you're tricking is yourself, and the only person who's going to suffer is yourself. So carry on lying to yourself, I guess.
Why don't you ask Mama Lynn to take you to a park and record walking laps? That'd be encouraging content fans could get behind, and much more interesting than what I pretend to eat in a day. See, when I first started reading this, I was like, wait, this is actually a really good idea. And then the whole what I pretend to eat in a day just goes to show that, like, you're not here to see me improve. You're just here to troll and here to be rude. You wouldn't be watching me walking laps to be like, yeah, go for it, Amberlynn, you're doing great. You'd be watching it to make fun of my body. I'm not stupid.
First of all, your behaviour indicates otherwise on the statement that you just made about not being stupid, but whatever. I kind of agree to an extent that if she made videos of her walking laps, like, she would get a lot of views because it would be really funny. She should call it like the Beanbag in a Hurry series and then just film herself walking laps. You know what? It depends what she's here for, right? If she's here because she gives a shit what people think about her and she wants to get people to like her, which I think is the reason that Amber is on YouTube. She started this YouTube journey for validation, and I think that is entirely what she cares about, right? So if that's her goal, then she shouldn't make the videos of her doing the laps because, first of all, she wouldn't be able to walk for very long at all, and she would get a crazy amount of hate on those videos. But if what she cares about is the lolcowness of it all and making money and having good thumbnails, then I think walking the laps would be a very funny type of content to make. I, for one, would love to see her outside of this controlled, curated angle that she puts on her channel, but we know she's never going to do that because she has to be in control of the narrative, in control of the angle. She has to be in complete control of how she appears at every moment, because she is, I think, probably, maybe, a narcissist who is obsessed with how she appears, and that's why she can't stand the thought of making a video that actually exposes any kind of flaw. But whether she films it or not, I think she should go out and walk laps with her mum, even if she doesn't record it and put it on YouTube. Do it for your own good, right? YouTube is so irrelevant when you think about the grand scheme of your life and the fact that you're going to die really fucking early. Whenever she comes to the end of her life and she looks back over it, she will have so many regrets with YouTube. She put YouTube above her health at every single fucking turn. I know we all need money to survive, but I feel like this is too much, you know?
Did they check you for your heart enzymes at the emergency room? That is how I found out I had a heart problem. Yes, they did my labs and they did check it. It was some word that starts with a T or an L. I don't remember. But yeah, they checked my labs and my heart is perfectly normal. And they also did the CT scan and a chest x-ray. All right, you guys, now it is time for the interview.
Woohoo!
So, Amby, hi, I love you. There's a rumor that you're quitting YouTube. Please tell me.
Huh, a rumour that she's quitting YouTube. I wonder where that could have come from. Oh wait, it's this video that she made, for fuck's sake.
That is very much not true. I really love your content and enjoy it.
Thank you so much. And that is definitely just a rumor. I am not quitting YouTube.
Girl, you made the rumour. Oh, it's so tiring.
What are you hoping the future of your channel will look like?
I'm hoping that...
Just before I let her answer this is a really interesting question, right? What's she hoping the future of her channel will look like? What does that mean? Does it mean the sort of thing she's going to film, the kind of stuff that she's hoping to produce? Has she got hopes for her career, her video making career? You know, are there certain kinds of videos she'd like to get into? Or I don't know, there's so much stuff, as I always say, there's so much that she could say in answer to this video. Now listen to her answer, which I think is extremely revealing. And it really does tell us low-key everything we could ever need to know about Amber. Just listen to this response here.
One day, like, the love will be louder than the hate. I know there will always be hate, always be rumors, always be speculation, all of that stuff, but I hope that it'll just be like a normal amount, like what every YouTuber has to experience. I experienced something at a completely different level, and I hope that that just like goes away one day.
So that's her basically saying she hopes that the love will get louder than the hate, right? And that she observes that there's all of these rumors and all of this stuff that gets perpetuated about her, and she wants it all to go away, but she realizes that it's kind of normal, but she wants it to minimize, right? First of all, her entire content is about responding to those rumors, so there's no way she wants them to go away. She's the one who perpetuates them. There are rumors that no one's even really heard of that she will bring up in a video and perpetuate and make into a bigger deal than they really are and share them with her platform. So this idea, this kind of theme that she wants to get away from the rumors is such a load of bullshit that it's actually kind of astounding. But also, so when she's asked about what she wants for the future of her channel, she says she wants the love to get louder or outweigh the hate. That shows that she's on YouTube because she wants to be loved and adored, and she wants to be worshipped or appreciated and have people give her back some positivity and some love. That is her real motivation. YouTube, I think, for Amber from the beginning was an opportunity for her to put herself out there and receive love and support. That's what she wanted. That's why she does it. And that is why she is so terribly bad at it, because one thing you have to do if you want to be a successful YouTuber, I think, is be able to ignore hate comments, is be able to rise above it and continue making your craft even when you get comments from people who don't like you. The truth is, if what she wants on YouTube is to receive love, it's never going to happen. The reason that she is so hated is because of her own behaviour. It's her own character. It's stuff that she has done which has got her to this point. Saying, oh well, other YouTubers get some hate but I get way more than everyone else. That's because you've done way more worse stuff than everyone else and you keep doubling down on it. People like me are always going to make videos like this, and she is always going to get responses like the ones that she gets until she actually shows real change, which, to be honest, I don't think is ever going to happen.
Amberlynn, I know things have been really tough lately, very heat to karma, but I was wondering, what's something in your life right now that still brings you comfort or joy, even on like the hardest days, like maybe a favorite book, cozy routine, or a moment with your pets?
Yes.
And thank you for answering. I love you.
Aww.
I love your videos. Thank you.
Thank you. And yes, my pets absolutely bring me like literally so much comfort. Like we have
the pet stuff it's always going to drive me insane. I don't want to be a broken record, but the size that Twinkie is at right now, there have been some pictures, I've seen it on some various Instagram accounts. The weight that Twinkie is sitting at right now, it's astonishing. It's really scary. It's really worrying. Amber, you should not have animals. Your animals should be taken away from you, and I will die on that hill. It's so fucking sad that she gets so much joy and happiness out of these animals, who she is, in my opinion, not taking very good care of and arguably maybe abusing. It's so obvious that she doesn't care about the animals and she only cares about herself.
Twinkie behind me right now snoring. I don't know if you guys can hear her. She's so sweet. I also find comfort in just like Legos, and I have this app on my phone. It's a game. It's called like Harbor Gossip or Gossip Harbor. I don't even know, but I'm like obsessed with it. It's just like so relaxing. Just having YouTube videos on in the background, podcasts and things like that. Obviously having my mom in my life is way up there, like number one with my pets.
What is happening? What is happening?
The one I just heard, you guys are not going to be hearing. This is the first time I've ever had to edit one out.
Bullshit. She's trying to... She's so predictable. The fact that she's included this section, this whole like silent section where she's like pretending to be shocked and then saying that she's finally had a horrible one, it's so performative. It's such BS. She's claiming here that in all of these Let's Talks, in 8 Let's Talks, this is now the 8th one, she's never listened to a voice note that was rude. That is such a lie. It's absolute BS. She is just performing for the crowd. She's heard people critique her and say that she only plays nice voice notes, which is why she's put this in. She is honestly, it's like clockwork. You could predict what she's going to do so easily.
What? That was so offensive. That just left me with my jaw on the floor.
Hi, girl. My question to you is, what keeps your drive up? Like, what keeps you motivated to post? What's your work ethic like?
Money. Money. It's money. Work ethic. Work ethic. What?
Love to know. And yeah.
My work ethic is hecticana. I'm just kidding. When I have a job, like an actual real job that's not YouTube, I show up, like for me, I was going to say I show up on time, but random fact, if you show up early, that's on time. If you show up like actually on time, like say your shift is at 9 a.m. and you show up like a minute early, bro, you're late. Like,
I know that I am not getting a lecture from Amberlynn Reid about turning up to work on time. I know I'm hallucinating right now because there's no way that is what is happening here. She hasn't had a proper job in years. What the fuck is she talking about?
Like, you need to show up like 10 minutes early. That's the way that I am and believe.
That's the way you are and believe when you don't have a job. What the hell is she talking about?
And I'm a good worker when I am working, but I haven't had like a real job, quote unquote, in years. But I mean, it's 2025. Social media is a job. That's genuinely where it's gotten now. But what keeps me posting is like, I get a lot
Money.
of support and I appreciate it so much.
She's saying that the support she gets is what keeps her posting. No. It's money. You don't get a lot of support. We're not stupid, right? We've seen the comments. We've interacted with your content. We know you don't get a lot of support, Amber. We're not dumb. She's so determined to just rewrite and control the narrative around her, and it's really weird.
And also, like, I have to make money. The same reason why everyone gets up and has to go to work, whether it's being a waitress or being a TikToker or an author writing their next book. We all need to get up and survive. And part of surviving is making money.
Do you see yourself living in Oklahoma for a couple of years or like the rest of your life? Or do you still plan on, moving to Seattle for a couple months or so?
So I don't see myself ever moving to Seattle. That dream has way left. And that was such a weird dream. See, we go through eras. As people are...
We don't go through eras. You just spout shit and then forget what you said and then change your mind. Oh,
minds change. But I see myself in Oklahoma for a while, yeah, but you never know what the future has in store.
Oh, gee, the queen has answered.
Look how happy she is at being called the queen. Look at that grin. Like, she is just so thrilled that somebody would call her the queen. The narcissism. Like, I know I shouldn't be trying to diagnose her. I'm not formally trying. Of course, I'm not diagnosing her. I couldn't possibly diagnose anyone. I don't know shit. But it's just the happiness inside her. She's so affected by what people think. It's very strange to watch. I feel like I'm in some sort of simulation. It's so odd to be engaging with this content that is so fake and so curated and clearly made by somebody who is so obsessed with how they come across. Let's see what this person asks her.
So I just seen that you responded, so I'm sorry that this took so long. I just came back from bingo, and
Ooh, girl.
I seen that you also frequent bingo, and I think that's super cool. I can relate to you in so many ways, and I'm a new fan. I just recently came across your channel, and
oh, that explains a lot, doesn't it? Being a new fan, so you don't know anything. It's very easy to come across Amber's content when you don't know the history and you don't know the lore and be convinced that she's this lovely, sweet fat girl who gets shit on by all these people for no reason. She's done quite well over the last 8 weeks at sticking to this YouTube schedule and maintaining this kind of facade. At some point, it is going to crack, it is all going to fall apart and go wrong, and we'll see the real Amber. If you watch the live streams, you see the real Amber. I happily pay that fee for those live streams because I like seeing what's really going on when she's on live and she's not curated and edited and controlled. She's showing who she really is. The stuff she comes out with on those lives are fucking insane. Just watch Salty Crab's videos if you want to get an idea of that. Please don't sign up for her memberships. It's not worth it. I'll do it on your behalf.
And I can relate so many things that you've posted, and I just want to say that I think you'd be a really cool friend. I don't know if you would like actually want to be friends with a fan, because I know that you've had like bad experiences in the past, so I completely get if not. But I just want to say I idolize you.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so my question for you is, do you have you ever considered like gastric bypass surgery? And you might have already answered this. I have to keep going through your videos and see if you had it already. But I had the bypass surgery January of last year. I have lost 130 pounds.
Congrats.
I feel like the gastric bypass surgery for me really helped me not to overeat, because my thing is I have a food addiction.
Relatable.
And I was 300 pounds at 5'1", and that was the heaviest I've ever been. I've lost 130. So
Why are all of the people who leave her voice notes just fucking waxing lyrical and just talking so much? I know, like, talk about whatever you want, right? Send whatever length voice note you want, I guess, but this is just like so long.
I'm at 170 now. My goal is to get down to 140, but hopefully I can do that soon. But yeah, I don't know. I was just wondering if you considered gastric bypass. I know it's like a major surgery and a major life change. But I feel like it helped me, and maybe it could help you. But I don't know. I love you, Amber. Thank you for responding.
You're genuinely so sweet. Like, thank you so much for the kind words. And I just want to say, like, congratulations. Like,
I hate when she talks like that. Congratulations. Just say congratulations. Why do you have to be so dramatic all the time?
losing that weight. Like, weight loss surgery is genuinely just a tool. Like, you did that. Good job. It's so inspiring when I hear people, like, losing so much weight. Like, I love that. As for the first question about, like, the whole friend thing, I used to become friends with fans. A couple of my actual greatest friends ever were once just, like, subscribers.
Who? Who?
And one in particular, I've known for over a decade, and we talk daily. But after...
Really? Do you really? I wonder who that is.
Everything that's like happened in my life in the last year, like, I just don't trust anyone. It's like nothing against my viewers, my subscribers. Like, I genuinely love you guys so much, but like, I can't trust people at all. And regarding the gastric bypass, so a couple years ago, I genuinely was going to get it. Like, I went through the ringer. I spent so much money because I had to go and do all these tests and do this and that. And like, I really was doing the damn thing. And then I slowly was getting into a breakup. I became super unhappy, and I was like, I'm not in a stable position to drastically change my life like that. So I ended up...
She prioritized her relationship and being a bit sad over saving her life. Can you imagine how much weight she would have lost now if she'd have had that gastric bypass? She needs to have it. I think that's probably one of the best options for her to save her own life. If not Ozempic, then a gastric bypass. I know that maybe she would just eat through the bypass, or eventually she would gain all the weight back, but I think she needs to do something. I don't know what would happen if she had a gastric bypass, but I think it's possible that it would be quite a good decision for her.
Putting the surgery off, and since then I've realized, like, I don't think I want it right in my current life. All right, you guys, now it is...
She'd rather just eat. Like, honestly, she'd rather just eat.
Time for tea or tail. Eating protein will make Amberlynn gain weight. So no, protein will not cause weight gain. Excess calories will. That could be from fat, that could be from carbs, and it can also be from protein. But protein itself, no, that won't cause weight gain. Amberlynn is a narcissist, and that is why she buys her mom gifts.
I'm just going to stop here for a second. Before we let her answer this, what she's doing here already in the way that she's worded this question, Amberlynn is a narcissist and that is why she buys her mum gifts. That is not what people say, okay? People don't say it like that. That's not accurate. She's straw manning this so badly already. What people say is that Amberlynn's narcissism causes her to try and control people and have power over certain people. And one of the ways that she does that is by spending money, by buying things, and then using them as a reason to make somebody feel guilty or be in her debt. That's the specific nuanced version of what people actually say. What Amber's done here is simplify it into this bullshit sentence, and she's then going to argue with this sentence, which is not even what people say, okay? So this whole thing is a waste of time, but let's just let her fucking pop off, I guess.
I'm telling you, the way that people try to just like twist any good quality that I might just have, okay?
It's so funny because she twists what people say into something that she can argue with. It's just hilarious to watch it happen in front of you.
And they try to make it so harsh and horrible. I'm just like, what planet am I living on? So when it comes to...
She has admitted herself, though, that she's used money to control people. She's literally admitted herself that she buys people gifts as a way to get them to like her, and that she tries to buy people's favour. So it's not that crazy that somebody would think this when she's admitted that she does it.
So like friends and family, gift giving is definitely my love language. It's not entirely about the gift. It's about like what it represents. For me, it's like a physical thing and way for me to be like, I care about you. I'm thinking about you. I appreciate you as a person. I genuinely like surprising my mom with gifts because of that reason. Seeing how happy it makes her, it makes me happy. And I like making other people happy.
I think that that's probably partially true. There is something lovely about buying people gifts. I'm the same. I love buying people presents. It's something I really like to do. And I think that that can be true. And it probably is true for Amber that she does get enjoyment and pleasure from buying people gifts. But I think at the same time, that trait has also been used in a negative way. There's a lot of grey area when it comes to this. It's not that she doesn't like buying people gifts. It's just that that's not the only reason that she does it. She also uses it in a way that's not healthy as well.
And if I have someone in my life where I can tell that like getting random gifts makes them happy, makes them feel cared for, then I'm gonna do it. That's not the only way that I show that I love my mom. Let me make that clear. I'm just bringing this up because this is such like a hot topic. It's kind of weird actually. But on Mother's Day, like I wanted to switch it up. I was originally gonna do it for her birthday because I always surprise her with stuff, but I wanted her to go into it like she can get whatever she needed or wanted. So I thought that was a fun concept to take my mom on like a shopping spree. It was a way for us to bond and just like spend time together. I know a lot of like mother-daughters or like father's-daughter, whoever it may be, like it's fun to go shopping with someone that you enjoy being around. Like if you two both enjoy shopping, like shopping together is fun. I genuinely just wanted to spend the whole day treating her and doing things that she enjoys. That's why I took her to her favorite restaurant, her favorite store. I took her to the casino. I mean, she drove, but I treated her for all these things because I wanted the day to be just about her.
Cool. I mean, fair enough. I've seen that vlog, and yeah, she takes her mum to Target or whatever. I think it's Target. She lets her buy whatever she wants. That's nice. Like, I don't have a problem with that. I don't really know what to say.
You guys would never believe it. Someone literally sent me a message on Instagram. They were like, I cannot believe that you took your mom out to eat just so you could eat. I can't believe like you were eating there. And then you went to the casino and like you did the casino.
Look at her looking off to the side, making up this DM, inventing it, like looking to the side, trying to recall, trying to invent facts so she can say what this DM allegedly said that she's made up. Such BS.
Like, I thought your mom was just there to like do the casino thing. And I'm over here like, yeah, I took my mom out to eat. Am I supposed to just like watch her eat?
She's so dumb. Sorry, but she's so dumb. If she even got this DM, it's clearly just a stupid hater. Just ignore it. Why are you even giving it the time of day? Why are you even bringing a DM like this to your main channel where everybody's going to watch it? It's so odd to me.
Am I supposed to just like watch her play like the casino games? Like, what? So you're
No, of course you're not. Of course you're not. No one thinks that. Nobody thinks you take someone out for dinner and you don't eat, or you take someone shopping and you don't buy anything. Like, this is such a strange thing to even include in this video. This content, honestly, I feel like I have to keep my head screwed on so thoroughly when I watch this, because it really does start to make me feel like I'm going crazy. It's watching this person say this stuff is very, very strange.
I mean, when you invite someone out to dinner, you don't eat, you just watch them eat. It's like the strangest concept. Like, that message was off the wall weird. They also were like, you took her shopping. Why did you have to buy something? I bought soap. Like, it's okay, I promise. It was just like so many weird complaints about my Mother's Day where like genuinely my mom had the time of her life.
Why were you getting so many? I thought all she gets is nice comments on Instagram, though. She says so many different things. She says she got all these comments about people, all these horrible comments about her Mother's Day, but she also says that she only gets nice messages on Instagram. She just says whatever. Like, nothing she says is substantiated. Nothing she says is true. It's just whatever she feels like saying in the moment.
I had the time of my life. It was so good just spending time with my mom.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it's nice for her to have a good relationship with her mum. And you know what? A lot of other channels don't think this. Well, some do. But I truly am happy that she's building a better relationship with her mum. I really am. I think we can be pleased about good things that happen to Amber, whilst also holding her accountable for the ridiculous bullshit, shitty things that she does. And I am glad that with the history that her and her mum had and the upbringing that she had and the time she spent away from her mum, I'm genuinely pleased that she's able to have a healthy relationship with her mum. I truly am.
For me, it just feels like a lot of bitter energy coming from people. Amberlynn handpicks her oracle cards. No.
Amberlynn handpicks her oracle cards. Is that from? Am I being narcissistic for thinking that might be because of my video? Because in my video I say that she specifically chooses which ones she answers, but I don't know. The oracle cards thing, like, you're not even supposed to mix packs. You're supposed to use one pack at a time, I think. So this is just brain rot.
The universe would be extremely mad at me, and
Oh, I'm sorry, but the universe the universe would be extremely mad at me, is what she just said. How would it express that, huh? How would you know? Like, oh, it's tiring.
I take my oracle readings very seriously. That's the reason why, like, I don't do oracle readings on people who do not have my permission. Consent matters when you are doing oracle readings, because
I just can't stand Amber Reid, of all the people, saying the phrase consent matters when she's just such an awful, horrible person. Like, I'm sorry, but I will never not find that cringy.
when you are doing oracle readings, because you need that person's energy. You need it before a reading and after a reading. It's really important. Without that,
when did she like learn about oracle cards? This whole like Amber's connected with the universe thing is just a funny arc to me. It really
you're
is.
literally just getting distorted interpretations because it's not based off of the person's energy. It's more so coming from a bias.
I'm sorry, and I've said this before, but I don't believe in all of the tarot oracle card stuff. I don't really believe in any of that. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure I don't believe in it. So I just always chuckle when I hear somebody talking so emphatically and so passionately about the universe speaking to them through somebody else's energy. I've always just found that kind of funny because I don't personally believe it. And anybody I've ever known who is in touch with the universe in that way, or at least I've had the feeling that they might be, those people have been so authentic and so honest with themselves and so real and genuine. And that is so far from where Amber is that I just can't help but find it funny that she thinks that she could have any kind of connection with the universe when she's so distant from her own self, and she's such a liar, frankly.
So the reader won't be going off of energy, they'll be going off of assumptions instead of the truth. So it's good to stay respectful when you are doing oracle readings and only do them on people who give you permission. And don't handpick your cards. All right, you guys, it is time for bad choices. So let's choose 5.
Watching her pick these 5 cards out of this bowl will always just be a strange sensation to me because it gives me deja vu. This is now the 8th episode of her doing this, and there's just something kind of funny about watching her count these cards out over and over and over again. I'm so desperate to watch her do something different, you know? I'm so desperate to have some kind of change. And people could rightfully say to me, well, you're choosing to watch her channel, you could make whatever you want. And you're totally right, I absolutely could. So I shouldn't moan about this content when I'm the one who's choosing to watch it, right? I certainly shouldn't moan when I'm filming myself watching it. So I'm choosing to do it. I'm emphatically on board, you know, watching the content. I do think it's a bit weird to react to content and then moan about it because I'm the one who's choosing to watch it, if you get what I'm saying. But I don't know, this is just how I feel, right? It's just a strange sensation seeing this woman constantly make the same video over and over again. Let's let her read these cards and we'll respond and we'll go from there.
There's 2, there's 4, and here's another. Do you like dirty talk during sex?
Nobody needs to know the answer to this. I don't want to know. I really don't. She's going to say yes, though, isn't
I
she?
do. A lot. Would you break up with your
A lot.
partner if you caught them cheating? Yes, I would. In your lifetime, have you sent or received more?
Hang on a minute. She just said she'd break up with her partner if she caught them cheating, but she didn't end things with Erica when she found out that Erica still had a wife. And she also claimed that Erica was cheating on her. So Amber claimed that Erica was cheating on Amber with her own wife, but she still stayed with Erica. So that's not fucking true.
More than 10 different dick pics? Yes, unsolicited. If your partner eats food off of someone's naked body, is that cheating? Yes. I firmly believe there's a such thing as micro cheating, and that very much falls under it.
I think eating food off another person's naked body is a bit more than micro cheating, to be honest with you.
Everyone has their own boundaries though, so just make sure those are like said when you get into a relationship.
I love it when Amber gives relationship advice. Just make sure that the boundaries are set when you get into a relationship, guys. Amberlynn Reid's advice here. She's had so many healthy, great relationships, so just make sure to really listen to the advice she gives. It's valuable stuff.
So everyone can respect each other's boundaries. Very, very important. Would you pose as a nude model for an art class? That is a big no. All right, you guys, so that is the end of this Let's Talk video. I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Oh, bye. Well, there you go. I feel very strange. I don't know if it's the codeine or what, but that was a very trippy experience filming that. It's a mixture of like deja vu and just feeling like somebody is so desperately trying to force their narrative onto me and being so aware that what they're saying is not true. It causes like a weird feeling in my brain. I'm sorry if I've been a little bit nitpicky or negative in this video. I really appreciate you guys watching either way. I'll have a think about what to do with the other videos she's made that I haven't reacted to. I've got a new laptop now, so we'll see how long it takes me to edit this. I might be able to get some more stuff out over the next few days. We'll have a little look. Don't forget, if you're an Amberlynn fan and you're watching this, DM me on Instagram, @RachelThePython is my Instagram. Please message me on there because I really want to talk to you. If you have time and you're over 18 and you feel like talking to me, I would love it. Please do leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if there's anything that she said that I missed or any evidence that you've got that I didn't mention that you think kind of helps us to understand this situation with Amber a bit better. I appreciate all of your patience and all of your concern while I was away having my surgery. You guys are so lovely and so sweet, and I appreciate you all genuinely more than you know. Thank you for supporting my channel as ever, and I will see you guys really, really soon. Take care. Bye.